the last 3 games without Briggs. So the steal and the score to get things started for Georgia, and that's just what Q Morrison does, Holly.
Well, you're going to see a lot of that today, Brenda. Q Morrison is a phenomenal defensive player, one of the best in the country, and she gets it done for her team on the defensive end.
Florida with their 8th starting lineup of the year as Cam Neubauer tries to put the pieces together for this team. Smith on the miss going inside. And Georgia now with their first full setup after Morrison got that steal and a score on the first one. These two met earlier this year. Georgia won by 10, but it was a tough start in that game. Jenna Stady, their leading scorer, was in foul trouble early in that game, and they had to come back.
Well, you're going to see Florida be extremely physical with Jenna Stady. They don't have the power, the physicality to guard Stady, but Dude is going to get behind, push. They're going to help in. They're going to try everything they can so Stady doesn't get her shots that she wants.
She's averaging about 14 points per game. The 4 leading scorers for Georgia are their 4 seniors. Stady with the offensive rebound and putback, and Georgia with an early 4-0 lead.
It's going to be really important that Florida keeps Georgia off the boards. Don't give them second chance points.
Smith setting things up. Barrett behind the back, picks up her dribble. The freshman out of Plano, Texas, nowhere to go. Shot clock winding down. And an off-balance shot by Christina Moore, and then a foul going to be called on Faith Dute. Not a good start for Florida.
Well, you're going to see Florida, they run a little bit of a dribble drive, and they'll penetrate and they'll kick out for the 3. And so Georgia did a great job of taking the 3-point shot away from Moore. She put it down and just ran out of time.
You saw Cam Neubauer there. He actually got his start at Georgia, was assistant with both the men's and women's program, worked under Andy Landers, our Hall of Famer. There for about 5 years, has a great respect for the Georgia program. Nice backdoor pass and score. Good work to get the ball inside.
So Brenda, how do you beat that pressure? You set it up, you go backdoor for an easy 2 for Florida.
Jordan Merritt gets things started for Florida, and there Stady gets her own rebound, and then she is fouled and will go to the free throw line.
Well, you'll see hard pressure. What do? You set it up, you go back door for an easy look, for an easy basket.
Jordan Merritt averaging 5 points per game, scored on that one, coming off a career high 12 points and 9 rebounds in their loss to Missouri.
Well, I like to watch Merritt. She does a lot of things that don't show up on the stat sheet. She'll save a ball. She'll get a tip on defense. So watch her. She's all over the floor. She may not be the top scorer, the best rebounder, but she gets the job done and helps Florida compete.
So that was the second foul on Faith Dute. So she will have to go to the bench for Florida. Flor Tonders is in. As you take a look at Dute, had an 11.5 rebound game against Alabama a couple of games ago.
Well, so far,
Stady gets both free throws.
Right, Stady has touched the ball quite a bit already, Brendan. That's their game plan. Get the ball inside. Make Florida have to figure out how they're going to defend the high-low or the post-up on the block.
Joni Taylor, the head coach for Georgia, talked to us about that, stopping that downhill drive that Florida does so well. Nina Ricards with the bucket there.
Florida's athletic, and you better be ready to go up and down and understand, keep defending the dribble drive, trying to keep Florida in front of you.
Offensive foul. And the smiles by Christina Moore for picking up that one.
Well, I love, that's just putting your body in the play, sacrificing. I love charges. Not too many people do have charges anymore. That's just a gritty play right there.
Caldwell picks up the foul. Smith changes speeds, but is blocked. Terrific block. And Georgia on the run.
this game is going to be up and down. Both teams like to get out in transition and attack the basket early.
Ball screen, Stady jumps out. Moore picks it up, another backdoor cut. This time can't go, but the offensive rebound and putback is good.
Well, when you go backdoor and you get beat, you're going to have help, and Stady helped over, and nobody helped the helper. So an easy 2 for a rebound, 2 points for Florida.
Tonders ties it up for Florida. Stady tips it back in to give Georgia the lead again.
Well, you see this game's going to be physical, and Tonders just hit the floor because Stady's just physical, big, and going to make sure that her presence is known.
Nice little give and go to set up her cards. Caldwell off the mark.
Brenda, this is a track meet so far.
It certainly is. Nice little fake, and the second attempt goes in. Jordan Merritt with the nice three-pointer, just her 10th of the year.
Well, she's feeling it because that was a beautiful shot.
Stady again, and they just can't seem to have an answer for her.
You're going to see Georgia just pound the ball inside. Stady shoots a high percentage, and when you're in the paint, that's a high percentage shot. So they're going to continue to go inside until she misses.
Florida has now made 4 of their last 4 attempts. That time Ricard's able to score again, and that one's too far, and a turnover for Georgia.
Well, you'll see Florida, what are they doing? Attacking the basket, getting high percentage shots.
Good the last couple of seasons, but since the injury to Lavender Briggs, she has turned it on. 28 points per game the last 3 games for Florida. Florida's on an 11-4 run to take the 13-10 lead here in Gainesville. Along with Holly Warlick, I'm Brenda Van Langen. Georgia finally gets a basket from someone other than Stady. Q Morrison with her second basket.
Well, you're going to see a lot of Q Morrison and definitely attacking the basket, scoring in the paint today.
Kiki Smith gets her first basket of the game, driving in. Q Morrison dials it up. Nice hustle to get the rebound. Extra opportunity for Georgia. Javin Nicholson, 35, got that rebound. She stepped in when Stady got into foul trouble in the first meeting between these two and had 8 points in the critical time that she was on the bench. Connolly scores for Georgia. And then a foul will send Christina Moore to the line, Holly.
Well, Brenda, we talked a lot about Georgia, and they have great depth. They go 10 deep, and Coach Taylor plays a lot of people, and you got to produce. And what I love about it is they all have bought into their role. They love this program. They love the culture. So you're going to see a lot of people for Georgia coming in and out for their team.
First one is in. Our NBA Sunday Showcase matchup is between two of the association's best. Kawhi and the Clippers play the third game of a 5-game road trip against Giannis and the Bucks. Our coverage tips with NBA Countdown at 3 Eastern, noon Pacific on ABC and the ESPN app.
Well, you can see what Florida's doing on defense, sagging a little bit, wanting to try to protect the paint. They're okay if the post player comes away from the block. So you see them help, but then they're going to immediately get back in, and you're going to see the physical play on the defense on the Georgia's post inside.
Shot clock winding down, and the three-pointer goes. Great shot by Caldwell.
Now, you don't hear a lot about Caldwell. I like this kid. She's an athletic playmaker. Sometimes she thinks too much. Just play freely. Let the game come to you.
That's what Joni Taylor told us, is just she needs to just relax and play. Such a good player and contributor for Georgia over the years. Nicholson, good defense, but no, the foul going to be called on Emily Sullivan, one of those grad transfers celebrating senior day today. She played 4 years at North Carolina before coming over to Gainesville as she picks up the foul.
Well, Sullivan just needs to go straight up, hands up, make them make plays over you. Don't bail them out by fouling.
Javin Nicholson at the line. Just a 59% free throw shooter. Mentioned she had a good game against Florida in their first meeting. 8 points she scored in the first half when Jenna Stady was on the bench with foul trouble. She makes the second free throw. Give Georgia a 2-point lead. Smith gets a couple of screens. Defended well, picked up by Nicholson.
Nice high low. Nice
giving
high
Georgia
low.
a little bit of their own medicine, right, Holly?
Exactly. Good ball movement. Move the ball side to side. Put the ball inside. Didn't elect to not shoot the three. Pound it inside for an easy, high percentage shot on the block.
Nicholson off the mark. Tonders, who made that last basket, gets the rebound. Tonders sets the screen for Smith. Got it.
Bryn, you're going to see a lot of rub screens. Just the guard rubbing off the player, and it's not really a set screen, but that's what the dribble drive does. It just misdirection, running off people, giving Smith an easy look.
Already 3 lead changes, I should say, here in the first quarter. Nicholson inside, muscles it in.
Wow, look how many people, had 3 people on her, and Nicholson just powers it in.
And that one gets away as Smith trying to set up Farrell in the corner, but throws it away.
Well, you see, what does Georgia want to do? Pound the ball inside. Look, 1, 2, 3 people on her. She powers it in, knocks the player on the ground, but scores.
Nicholson out of Lawrenceville, Georgia, went to the same high school as UConn great Maya Moore. And Stady back in, and they continue to pound inside.
Well, it's just smart basketball by Georgia. Florida doesn't have an answer to the inside. Keep pounding it inside.
And a travel called on Florida. Jenna Stady, Holly, already in double figures. 10 points on 4 of 6 from the field to go along with 4 rebounds.
Well, Georgia has great guards, there's no doubt, but Stady really is their go-to player. You haven't seen her. She works inside. She can pick and pop. She's something. She's a force to be reckoned with, and they're going to continue to go inside to her.
She powers up again, back irons at that time. Ricards gets past Stady, but then the turnover.
Well, Georgia's presence, just their defensive presence, is causing a little confusion, a little hesitation for Florida. They just need to settle down, move the ball, make Georgia go side to side, make them have to guard more than one pass.
Back-to-back turnovers for Florida.
So you'll see Florida, they're dropping back into a zone, trying to protect that paint.
Connolly off the mark, but good hustle by Georgia there to keep the ball in play. Caldwell was there mixing it up.
So Florida goes back out of bounds, goes back to a man-to-man.
Nice drive to the basket. Again, points in the paint for Georgia. 16 now out of their 24 points.
Florida's going to have to come up and maybe go back to their zone, try to keep the ball out of the paint.
Ricards with a terrific first quarter as we wind down. Q Morrison at the buzzer. No. But what an entertaining first half here in Gainesville. Her performance over the last 9 games, impressive. Holly, 23 points. She's coming off that 34-point effort against Missouri.
Yeah, I tell you, she has stepped up her game, and I love to watch her play. And I think what I like best is they said she's funny and she's a great leader on and off the court, and that just makes her so special. And I love to watch this young lady play.
Starting the second quarter, take a look at the shooting from the first quarter. 59% for Florida, 48% for Georgia. Part of that's because we've got 30 points in the paint combined for these teams, Holly.
Well, you can see that Georgia's giving up direct drives. I'm really surprised on that. But Stady, get back inside. You don't need to shoot a three. Get back inside. That's where your bread and butter is right now.
Foul. As we walk to the other end.
You know, Brenda, I like post players that can step out and shoot the three, but Stady is so physical, big. She's a big target. She's got great hands. Stay on the block, Stady, and demand the basketball.
Stady draws a triple team there. She's got 10 points already. Leading the way for Florida is Ricards with 8 points in the early going. And that one just gets off her foot.
Well, I like Ricard. She's being aggressive. She's attacking. Just got to bring it in, reel it in a little bit, get under control. You don't have anything. There's nothing wrong with pulling the ball back out, getting into your offensive flow. You know, Brenda, you see Florida, look how much they're sagging off the guards. They want Georgia to shoot the three. They want them to shoot from the outside. Stady really has 2 people on her right now. In a minute, she'll have 3 people on her.
Mid-range jumper goes for Coombs. 4-point lead for Georgia. Smith. Georgia doing a good job corralling her.
Really are keeping the ball in front of them, making it difficult for Florida to attack the basket, get in the paint. Great defensive series by Georgia there.
Florida having some problems with the turnovers to finish the first quarter and here to start the second quarter. Joni Taylor in her 6th year for Georgia. Cam Neubauer, his 4th year at Florida.
Both coaches have been here long enough to understand every game in the SEC, it is a grind. It's difficult. It's hard. Throw the records out, especially this game. This is a rivalry game. So the records are thrown out. It is about competition. It is about grit, toughness, who's going to stand up and fight and get a win.
And we mentioned Cam Neubauer spent some time on the Georgia staff from 2007 to 12 as an assistant coach. So Joni Taylor and Cam Neubauer know each other well, as Joni Taylor, of course, was longtime assistant coach for our Hall of Famer Andy Landers. Nice, strong drive by Jordan Merritt. Impressive freshman for Florida, and she'll go to the free throw line.
Well, again, Merritt's that kid that makes the little plays, makes things happen, puts her head down, goes to the basket. Strong offensive player, has been awarded, was the SEC Player of the Week. So just still learning, growing, getting an opportunity to play a lot more.
Both of these big Monday games have NCAA tournament implications in men's basketball. North Carolina is at the Carrier Dome to take on Syracuse at 7 Eastern. Then we head to Stillwater for Cade Cunningham and Oklahoma State hosting number 7 Oklahoma. A little bedlam. Both are on ESPN and the app.
Didn't those two just play?
I think a lot of games are being compressed during this time. Rescheduled and played again, yes.
Wow. That's tough. Almost back-to-back games.
Georgia with a 2-point lead here in the second quarter in Gainesville. Last SEC regular season game of the year. Nice drive to the basket by Coombs. She is explosive.
Boy, what a quick first step, and just gets her to the basket.
Stady with the steal. Made the smart decision to get it off to Q Morrison, and Morrison is fouled and will go to the free throw line.
That's what Georgia wants to do. They want to turn you over and get points off their turnover, their steals. So you're going to see a lot of that, and Florida's got to get that under control. They got to get their turnovers under control. This game will get out of hand.
As we look at the SEC projected seeds in bracketology by Charlie Cream, just so impressive. This Georgia team at 3, Tennessee just dropping down to the 4 line with the win in Big Ten play by Indiana over Ohio State. But boy, just an impressive year, Holly, in the SEC.
Well, it's a well-balanced year for all these teams, and the teams that you saw in the lower half, they're still competing too. So it'll be interesting. That I think the SEC tournament will be one of the best it's been in a while, just for competition, and teams just have gotten better and better.
Well, we had a great offensive first quarter. Georgia leading 24-22, but neither teams have gotten their offenses going, and we thought we might see more of a defensive battle, and that's what the second quarter has been, Holly.
Well, I think Joni Taylor's kind of got Georgia's attention. And then you see, what does Florida do? They continue. They feel the pressure. They feel the heat. They go back door, and they're getting great looks back door. In the paint, again, high percentage shots. They're not fighting the pass. They're not fighting the pressure. They're just cutting back door and getting easy looks.
Merritt at the free throw line. As we look at the SEC tournament, this is if things stay as they are. Georgia right now, number 5 seed. They need a win and either Kentucky or Tennessee to lose to be able to move over into that double bye. But that's all coming up this next week.
Well, if it does stand, Brenda, the Georgia-Kentucky game, zero in on that. That was a fun game to watch last week. Went back and forth. Ryan Howard had a great game. So it's just going to be interesting to see how they adjust and how they battle.
Another turnover for Florida. They have had some turnover problems here.
Florida wants to stay in this game. Got to corral those turnovers. Those are just lost opportunities for the chance to score.
Yeah, it's 5 turnovers this quarter already. Hugh Morrison along the baseline. Georgia with the hustle play, but they're going to call a travel on Morrison, so it will be Florida basketball.
Yeah,
so Holly, Florida came out with such a good first quarter, but now turning it over. What do they need to do? Is it Georgia's pressure, or is Florida just not taking care of the ball?
Well, I think it's Georgia's pressure, trying to speed up the game, especially in transition. Georgia's getting back. Florida coming. What they're doing here, get in your half-court set, move the ball side to side, go inside like they did just there.
Beautiful pass to set up Emily Sullivan, who's only played in 13 games this season.
So, Brenda, when you get the ball at the high post, there's no help. There's no help side. So what does Florida do? They move it. They get the ball inside. There's the high-low. They just throw it over the defense for the bucket. No help. Easy 2 for Florida.
So Sullivan, who is a grad transfer, getting some time in today on senior day, makes a big basket there to draw Florida within 2. Yet you see her numbers averaging just a half a point per game in just 6 minutes. So a valuable basket that she provides.
Well, Brenda, talk about senior. Last year, the senior group from Florida defeated Arkansas. They were ranked 22 on senior day. So Florida would like nothing better than to upset Georgia today.
That's absolutely right. Another attempt, the miss by Smith, and then a foul for Florida.
And you'll see, what do? Jump shot and brings it to a tie. Florida's on a roll.
We've got a lot to get to at the half.
All right, thank you so much. And the turnovers a problem for both teams, but Florida capitalizing on the turnovers a little better than Georgia here in the second quarter, Holly.
Well, both teams bring an aggressive defensive style, Brendan, so we're going to see who settles down, who takes care of the basketball. It's going to be key to their success today.
Gabby Connolly goes inside to Jenna Stady. Stady's been quiet here in the second quarter after 10 points in the first. She misses that attempt.
Well, again, Stady, get on the block. Go to work on the block. And Florida's doing a good job of pushing her out, pushing from behind, and getting her off the block and making her take jumpers instead of turn around, put it in around the basket, making buckets there.
And if you're just joining us, Florida losing their leading scorer on the year, Lavender Briggs, 3 games ago, out for the season. Everybody else has stepped up in her absence. And in this rivalry game, Florida giving Georgia all they can handle. They go inside, get the basket, and an opportunity for an and one for Tonders.
You see, Georgia is so aggressive, Brenda, attacking the ball on the screen. They close it up. Here they go. Stady steps out. What do? Nobody rotates on the screener, rolling to the basket. Gets it goes to the free throw line.
Tonders thought she missed it, hustled into the lane, but it rolled in to give Florida a 3-point lead.
Love that roll. Shooter's roll.
Tonders now with 7 points, and Morrison gets all the way to the basket.
I tell you, Morrison is so super quick. The game I saw last week against Kentucky, I've never seen someone get down the floor, shot out of a cannon on the break, and scored before almost the camera could move the angle. Wow.
The speed.
It's unbelievable.
Foul called. Lavender Briggs on the bench. Look at the averages before the injury, and in the last 3 games, what Smith and Rainey, Ricards, and Farrell have done to up their game with Briggs out.
Well, they're just getting more opportunities for the offense, for scoring. And listen, Lavender Briggs, wow, what an unbelievable competitor, player. She is something special. But the Florida Gators, they're stepping up, taking advantage of their opportunity to play.
Stady with the face up, no. She's 4 for 10 now from the field.
The Florida zone is really affecting Georgia. They're having to shoot the ball outside a little bit more. Florida's getting done what they want to do. One shot and done.
Smith using the screens. Tonders trying to pin Stady inside. Ricards, who has been good today, is good once again. Now in double figures is Ricards.
Tough shot. Combs was in her face. That's a tough shot right there.
Stady misses again. Tonders, the freshman from the Netherlands, playing tough defense inside. Ricards all the way to the basket. No, Tonders there to clean it up and score. A 7-point lead, biggest lead of the game for the Gators.
God, Florida's taking advantage of Georgia's mishaps. Just direct drives to the basket, not following, and then getting the putback for 2.
But a blocking foul on Florida will send Maya Caldwell to the line. Watch Tonders once again.
Yeah, plays great defense. Toner, great defense. What does she do? Sprint. Now they attack the basket. Tonders doesn't stay down. She follows the shot for an easy putback. You worry about the first shot, but you really are concerned about the second shot, because if you miss, the offense is right. Toners was right there for the putback.
Well, she committed the foul, though. That's her first foul. And Caldwell completes the 3-point play to draw Georgia within 4. Merritt rims in and out, and a foul going to be called away from the basketball unit. It's going to be called on Gabby Connolly. That's her second foul.
Just blocking out. That's a tough call. I didn't see it, but apparently either she's pushing back, because she had inside position. She must have been pushing back on the rebound.
Well, here's our Big Ten SEC Super Tuesday doubleheader in men's basketball on ESPN in the app. At 7 Eastern, number 5 Illinois is at Ann Arbor to take on number 3 Michigan. Then Kentucky is at the Pavilion in Oxford squaring off against Ole Miss. Georgia down by 5. Under 2 minutes to play in the quarter. They go to Stady, triple team. Clears a little space and scores.
Well, Stady, she just faced up. Great poise, faced up. Defense was around her, wasn't bothering her, just takes a little jumper.
Sullivan back into the game, misses that. Extra effort by Merritt, no. Sullivan kicks out to Smith. And then a travel. Just indecision by Kiki Smith.
That's just the pressure that Georgia's defense is putting on her. She wanted to shoot the 3, then brought it back down, and then tried to shoot the 3 again. The ball pressure that Georgia brings is really, really disruptive.
Yeah, Georgia, one of the best defenses in the SEC. We can share their ranks. They're in the top 2 or 3 in every defensive category, but still Florida shooting 54% here in the first half. Stady misses that, gets her own rebound and put back. Good extra effort.
Great effort. I love the play. Just curls off the down screen and misses the first shot, and Stady stays with it.
Well, there's those numbers we're talking about. Georgia typically so tough defensively, but Florida has been able to shoot at a high percentage with 20 points in the paint and shooting 52%. But how about that? Florida led by as many as 7, and now Georgia takes the lead.
Well, Brenda, the defense, you're going to give up something. You're putting so much ball pressure on. You're supposed to have a lot of help, but Georgia denies hard. They force you backdoor. They force you to play out of control. And then you see the help.
Yeah, Stady, the leading shot blocker in the SEC, gets her hand on that one, and then Georgia misses an opportunity and turns it over.
One thing about Georgia, they play fast on the defensive end, and sometimes they play a little too fast on the offensive end. So slow down a little bit, let that play develop.
Three-pointer goes down for Danielle Rainey. One of the seniors gets in and
cut back door. You're going to get a great look. We're just not coming over to help. And then they got the high-low, and that is going against a smaller guard for Georgia. So Florida needs to keep pounding the ball inside, taking high percentage shots. And what are those shots? Those are points in the paint.
Georgia with the first possession of the third quarter here. They didn't start the second quarter well. They were 3 of 10, but they finished strong. 4 of their last 5, and Connolly with a nice drive to the basket ties up the ball game.
Well, I thought we kind of gave Connolly a little jinx doing the opening on her, so she gets 2 easy points, and I look for her to kind of break out this quarter.
Stady stepped out to help on the screen and picked up the foul. That's her second foul. She leads the way for Georgia with 14 points. Caldwell and Morrison each have 8 for the Lady Bulldogs.
Well, we'll see what...
Go ahead, Holly. I'm sorry.
We'll see what gives, Brenda, because both these teams really are strong in the third quarter, so we'll see who can outlast the other.
Florida is led by Ricards, her 8th double-digit scoring game of the year. She's got 10. Tonders and Merritt, both freshmen, each have 9 on this senior day. Kiki Smith held to just 6 points for Florida. As you take a look at the leading scorers there, Ricards with a terrific first quarter to get things started for Florida.
Yeah, Ricards has really stepped up. Where Smith has not scored a lot, Ricards is taking over that duty and really delivering for Florida today.
Jordan Merritt will get a chance to go to the free throw line as she was fouled. Jordan Merritt has been impressive. The freshman out of Plano, Texas, coming off a great game at Missouri, 12 points, 9 rebounds, has really been aggressive in this game.
Well, Brendan, what do freshmen do? They just keep getting better every game. And I think Merritt keeps getting better. She takes on more responsibility. She's doing a great job rebounding today. She's doing a great job on the defensive end. So the more playing time she gets, the better she's going to become.
Gives Florida a 1-point lead. Morrison drives in. Nice little up and under move to score it for Caldwell.
That's what Georgia's got to do. Florida's really taking away Stady inside. Georgia still can attack the basket, still get paint points by drives from their perimeter.
Cards off to Merritt. Oh, and the shot inside doesn't go, but the extra effort. Again, it's Jordan Merritt.
You can play great defense, but if you don't take care of that second or third shot, it doesn't matter. And Florida's really taking advantage of Georgia not finishing the play with a box out.
And a quick answer for Georgia. Stady now has 16 points. And another turnover. Turnovers have been a problem for Florida. That's 12 now for them.
Well, that's where Georgia's defense just makes you play. Makes you second guess. Am I going back door? Is my teammate coming out to the wing? So they've got to connect, and Georgia causes that whole thing by their disruptive defense.
Morrison, little fake out to Stady. Face up goes down.
That's what I mean. Stady, step out. You don't need to stay on the block. You can move out. I see you, girl. I see you.
Smith cut off. Smith, no. And it's off Georgia. Let's take a look back at Stady not listening to Coach Holly Warwick and her advice.
Don't get on that block. You come out and shoot your little 10-foot jumper. Beautiful. She knows it.
She's got that face-up game, but you want to just see her pound inside if she can.
Oh, I like her face-up game when it goes down. I'm sure Coach Taylor loves it.
Danielle Rainey misses that three-pointer. She hit the final basket of the second quarter before we went to halftime.
Florida doing a great job of following that missed layup and coming down and now attacking the basket.
Stady looked like she might have got a piece of that, and then it's knocked out of bounds by Florida.
Well, I think you're going to see it helps that Dutz is back in the game as well to help defend Stady.
Yeah, she went out early with those 2 fouls for Florida. Faith Dutz, the 6'4" sophomore out of Vancouver, so she is back in to provide some muscle against Stady. In this series, go ahead, Holly.
I love that Dutz used to be a dancer. And she said, I quit dancing because I wanted the competitiveness. And so she went to basketball, and so she's so young. She started at 14, and she's continuing to learn. That's what they need from her today.
And there she is scoring after being out with those 2 fouls. Yeah, not only was she a dancer when she was young, she played for the Canadian U17 World Cup team. Her mom played for the Egyptian national team.
Well,
there she is corralling that rebound.
Forget about dancing. It looks like basketball is in her blood.
All the way to the rim, and Florida not going away as they retake the lead.
Boy, Ricards has been really special today. She can shoot the three, so she had a shot fake on the three and then just attacked the basket. There she is, shot fake there, looks it, takes it to the middle, no help, makes it look easy. That's hard to do against Georgia's defense.
We were just talking about Faith Dutz, and she went down to the floor hard on that, slow to get up, as they are calling the training staff over. Now her teammate's going to help her up. Merritt and Rainey there to help her up. Let's see what happened as she gets called for that defensive foul, and then goes down awkwardly as she and Q Morrison go to the floor.
Yeah, it looked like Morrison landed on her leg, so just got tangled up on the drive to the basket.
So add insult to injury as Duke picks up her third foul and gets walked over to the bench.
She's going to go inside to the locker room.
So that puts Q Morrison at the free throw line. Morrison with 8 points, has missed both of her free throws in the first half, makes that one.
Well, that's hard to believe when Morrison's a 90% free throw shooter.
Yeah, the law of averages is going to work themselves out as she makes both of them. Had that season-ending injury in February of last year, still made the SEC all-defensive team. Back with a tremendous senior season. Offensive foul called on Floor Tonders.
Well, Georgia their defense gives them energy, Brenda. It gives them a spark, and so when they're getting out in passing lanes and turning people over, that's their game, and that's their culture. That's what they believe in. That's what they put their hat on. And so you're going to continue to see them attack on the defensive end.
Nice offensive rebound and put back. The extra effort that time by Caldwell. Ricards with the answer.
So that's who you go to right now. Ricards is feeling it right now. She is keeping this game close for Florida.
A whistle and a timeout on the court. We have had 7 ties and 12 lead changes in this game. And Nina,
you know what? She's stepping up and she's getting it done. She's saying, how you like me now? Because I am getting it done and doing it right for the Florida Gators.
Of course, she went to Christ the King High School. You might know of a player that went to Christ the King High School as Georgia raises up to lead. Shamiqua Holsclaw, one of the all-time greats.
God, they've had so many. Shamiqua Holsclaw, Sue Bird. That's just been a factory for women's basketball and just outstanding players who've gone on and played in the college and the professional level.
So Georgia scores out of the break, and Florida comes right back and gets the ball inside to Tonders. Tonders scores, will get a chance for a free throw. The foul is on Isaacs, her third. Jordan Isaac picked up her third, will go to the bench and will be replaced by Michaela Coombs.
Brenda, we talked a lot about today that Georgia needed to get the ball inside. Florida has 25 points in the paint.
Yeah, right.
They're not selling for three-point shots or outside jumpers. They are pounding it in the paint. They are having direct drives to the basket.
Georgia has their hands full, the 17th ranked team in the country. Right now they're tied for 4 in SEC play. They need a win and Kentucky or Tennessee to lose to move into the top 4. And how about Stady stepping out from beyond the arc?
All right, Stady. You're not even on the block. You're out on the 3. That's great shot.
That's her 4th three-pointer of the year. Just 3 of 17 coming into this game. But Georgia with a quick trip down the court. And that's what they do so well. Caldwell scoring.
Well, Stady's going to prove me. She's going to send me a note and say, I can shoot anywhere on the court. I don't have to stay on that block.
Stady has 21 for Georgia. Caldwell was 17 on 7 of 11 from the field. Ricard's going to try to build on her lead, her team leading 14. And then the extra hustle play by Tonders.
Florida is doing a really great job of moving the basketball. So what do? They get it. Their girls got game all over the floor.
Her career high is 24 points, so she is zoning in on that. The 17 field goal attempts are actually a season high as well, as Georgia continues to go to that advantage that they have inside.
Well, you'll see. We expected that Stady would shoot the ball a lot, and we knew Florida was going to really key in on that. But she continues to work, and she's gotten good looks regardless of that she was drawing all that attention.
When Georgia beat Florida back at Stegman Coliseum, Stady had 17 points and 10 rebounds in that matchup. 4 on the shot clock, all the way into the paint, and using all the shot clock is Georgia, and Coombs gets that one to go.
Well, we've talked a lot about Georgia's. Florida's defense is solid. They forced the clock was running down, and Coombs got a big first step for a layup. But, man, they are being really disruptive for the Georgia offense.
This is the largest lead of the game for Georgia, as it has been a tight contest back and forth. And because of the shooting like that from Jordan Merritt, Florida has stayed in the game. They've now made 5 of their last 5 attempts. And Stady answers.
Well, both teams, I think, are taking really high-quality shots, and they're moving the ball. And Merritt wide open. She's going to make that play.
Well, they try to go inside to Tonders. Stady looked like she was a little dinged up coming down the court that time.
She either bumped knees or tweaked her. It looks like her knee.
Let's take a look and see if we can tell what happened. Looks like she kind of just twisted her knee a little bit after the shot.
It fell right on it, right on her knee when she got tangled up with the defense.
She's staying on the floor. Using the screen, Q Morrison.
Q Morrison can get a shot off anytime she wants. That's how quick she is, and that's how she elevates her shot.
Bryn Farrell short on that attempt from 3. And Smith steals it away. 2 on 2. Smith has been a little bit quiet, but she scores that one and now has 8. I believe that's her first basket here in the second half.
Well, Smith's going to keep grinding. That was a good look. Had a good steal, attacked the basket, got an easy layup.
And an offensive foul called on Coombs. Excuse me, I believe that's Caldwell. Let's check.
I think that's the second charge Florida's had. It may be the second charge that Toners has.
Yeah, it was Coombs that committed the offensive foul just barely outside the restricted arc, and then Coombs fell right on Tonders. Smith with some nifty dribbling and then takes it right inside to draw the foul, and she'll go to the line.
Well, that last basket by Smith just ignited her offensive ability, and what does she do? Put it down, attacks the basket, draws the foul.
Kiki Smith is coming off that tremendous game, that career-high 34 points in the loss at Missouri. Made 4 3-pointers in that game. The 34 points is the 3rd most scored by anybody in the SEC this year. And now with those free throws, she is in double figures, 10 points, and Florida has drawn within 4. The foul was on Caldwell. I'm sorry, Holly. The foul was on Caldwell.
And then Florida's going to a little soft 2-2-1 press, trying to slow Georgia down, going into a zone in half court, and it has changed the momentum for Georgia. They've slowed down a little bit, and that's going to be in Florida's favor.
Smith splitting the defenders, gets it off, and how about Emily Sullivan coming in on senior day, getting a couple of buckets for Florida?
She likes senior day. She wants senior day to be every day.
And a quick answer. Coombs coming back for Georgia. What a fun game.
It is fun. Two athletic teams just grinding it out.
Cards gets the screen, tries to dump down on the pick and roll, the turnover, and that's how we'll end the 3rd quarter. Georgia got their lead. He loses. Georgia moves into the quarterfinals and a double bye. If Florida would win, they are the number 11 seed. So still a lot to be determined, and a couple of games going on right now that are impacting things.
Well, both a win here impacts each team. So, both teams are putting it on the line today, and Joni Taylor said that we don't want to rely on somebody else to help us, but they've got to take care of this win today, and they do. They need Ole Miss to win to help them.
And you can see it on the floor just in the opening seconds here in the fourth quarter. Bodies on the floor. Players trying to gain possession. Smith all over the place. And she got a little spark there in the third quarter, scoring a couple of baskets to go to double figures, but Georgia calms it down. And Caldwell now season high 19 points for Maya Caldwell.
Well, wow, both these teams are really, really strong defensive teams, and you expect this game to be low scoring, but it's not. Both teams are putting up numbers.
And there's Kiki Smith with a three-pointer. She's got 13, and that draws Florida within 3.
Well, Kiki Smith's just getting warmed up right now. She took the first 3 quarters to kind of settle in, but she's understanding what she needs to do this quarter.
Connolly off the mark, but Nicholson there for the rebound. All the way to the rim. Beautiful drive by Coombs.
Well, you saw that. That was all set up by Coombs. She uses the screen, little hesitation, pulls Dude out a little bit from the basket, scores the layup.
Cards picks up her dribble, gets it to Kiki Smith. Another three-pointer, no. Nicholson with a big board.
Good look by Kiki Smith. She hit the 3. She's going to just go back and, shoot another one.
All the way to the rim is Gabby Connolly.
And that's how quick Georgia can score. They get a rebound, they get out, and they run. They want to score quick. They want to score a lot of points in transition.
Three-point look is long. Dute with the rebound. And then stolen away. Out in the passing lane. Good hustle and score by Q Morrison.
That's that quickness Q Morrison uses on the defensive end.
And just like that, Georgia has stretched it out to a 9-point lead. Cam Neubauer called the timeout before Kiki Smith put up the shot. So that basket won't count. 7:29 to go.
Attack, 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 and that's what Georgia does. They've scored 6 points in 1:09. That's how quick they can explode and put points on the board.
As you take a look at the game summary, we expected a little more of a defensive battle, but Georgia shooting 56%, Florida at 50%. Jenna Stady tying her career high or one short of her career high with 23 points. And it's been a back and forth game.
No, never would thought that this shooting percentage would be this high, because I thought the defense would really disrupt that percentage. But defense is solid. Both teams are just making really great plays.
Christina Moore going to the free throw line. She was fouled.
Georgia's really, Brenda, putting Florida at the free throw line a little bit more than they should be.
Yeah, 13 of 18 now from the free throw line is Florida. Florida has 4 players in double figures, as does Georgia. Georgia scores over 70 points. They're 11-0 on the season. Can they hang on to this upset-minded Florida squad?
Well, Florida did a great job of breaking up that play. That play was for Conley to get a 3 off.
Going to call a blocking foul.
Ooh, that was close. That was close.
So Christina Moore picks up the foul and will send Georgia to the free throw line.
Oof.
Well, she really got there, maybe just because she rose up on her toes and kind of jumped with her a little bit, because she was in good position.
Yes, she was.
Coombs at the free throw line. It's her first trip there today. She's got 10 points. She hasn't missed a shot from the field, Michaela Coombs, but she missed her first free throw.
Well, we haven't said a lot about Coombs, but she is so solid. She doesn't start. I mean, this Georgia team has 4 seniors that start, but Coombs comes off the bench, and boy, she plays the 3rd most minutes for the Lady Dogs, and she's nominated for the 6th player in the SEC, and you can understand why.
Pick and roll, Tonders with the basket, keeping Florida close. Florida throws it away.
Just back and forth. Your head's on a swivel today watching this game.
Going to the floor, it's going to be a held ball. Possession arrow goes toward Georgia.
Brenda, you talk about toners. She averages 3.3 points a game, and today she has, 16? So she is exceeding our expectation of what she can do. Man, she's having a great day today.
Now, we've talked about how it's senior day, but it's been the freshman Jordan Merritt and Flor Tonders have really stepped up, as well as sophomore Nina Ricards, really helping the seniors out on their day.
Well, their day will come, and that's a part of this Florida team. They've been a team. Do they have the best record? No, but they have a huge heart. They're trying to is getting faster, and it's more physical, and they're gonna not get every call, but they're really good at willing to, I think, go to the monitor and like you said, get it done quick, and then let's get back into play.
So they gave Georgia the full 30-second shot clock. Connolly turns the corner just off the front lip. Big rebound by Caldwell. What a day Maya Caldwell is having.
She has been everywhere. She has scored. She's hit free throws. She's rebounding. Gosh, she's done just about everything today, and I love her effort. And she kind of gets lost in the mix, Brenda, when you have Morrison, when you have Conley, those guards. But she is just as talented, and she just kind of comes in on the back door, and she's having a great game today.
She's got 20 points. That ties her career high, and 21 gives her a new career high. The senior from Charlotte, North Carolina, making a big impact on this game. She and Stady both have more than 20 points, as Jenna Stady has 23.
Well, that's a sign of a great team. Someone stepping up and helping the ones that have led your team, helping Conley, helping Morrison, helping them take care of business, bringing up the slack, and she's really Caldwell's had a great game today.
Christina Moore drives in, and she is fouled by Michaela Coombs, and that's her 4th foul. I'm sorry, just her 3rd foul. Check that. But it sends Moore to the free throw line. Moore just with 3 points, now 4.
And Georgia's got to make sure, make Florida make plays one-on-one. Don't put them at the line. Florida's done actually a really good job today of hitting their free throws.
Moore has as well. She's 5 of 6 from the free throw line. All of her points have come from the free throw line today. Florida's drawn within 6. Stady.
Nice.
Knocked out of bounds by Ricards.
Yeah, great cutback door. A lot of pressure. Florida's putting on pressure. What does Georgia do? Cutback door, trying to get an easy look.
And a nice pass above to Stady, who tips it in.
Stady set that whole thing up. She acted like she didn't know what was going on. She was thinking she was worrying about screening, and what do they do? Lob it up there, and she makes an easy 2.
Continuing to build now on her career high. Jenna Stady with 25, setting that career high today. And she gets the rebound, Stady, now 9 rebounds, so just a rebound shy of a double-double. Let's watch that inbounds play once again.
Watch, she's acting like she's not even in the play, and they just throw it up. just tips it in. I love that.
And what a beautiful pass by Q Morrison to set it up.
Exactly. Let's see, Florida just trying to take Georgia out of their rhythm with that full court press, and then they drop back into their man-to-man.
Florida was leading at the half by 2, but Georgia came back and have been in control here. Maya Caldwell building on her terrific day, her career day.
Boy, just a smart play, posting Caldwell up. Just a quicker presence, has someone a little bit slower on her defending her, and just really taking advantage of more defending Caldwell.
Knocked out of bounds. Georgia with the 10-point lead. They're shooting 6 of 8 here in the fourth quarter.
Well, Joni Taylor, I can't say enough about what she's done, and we all know Andy Landers got the program rolling in Georgia, and she's just continued it, and just talks a lot about family and the community service. Their team got the award for the community service in the SEC, and it speaks volumes about this program and their culture.
Yeah, they have done some tremendous things in the community. Getting water bottles to people that need them, donating Christmas gifts, being active in the Dogs to the Polls initiative, ensuring that every student athlete at UGA was registered to vote. Just so many things in the community for Georgia.
And that's what these kids, they've got to understand. Yeah, basketball, you love it. It's exciting. It's fun. You get your education. But there's so many things that you can do when you're in the eyes of the public. And hats off to Georgia for getting out in the community and making a difference.
Moore with the free throw, draws within 8, and then the full court pressure forces a turnover.
Well, that press that Florida's doing is just it's wearing Georgia on a little bit. It's making them second guess. It's making them play a little faster than they want to, so thus the turnover happen.
And Georgia, as they typically do, have taken advantage of those Florida turnovers. They have 22 points off the 18 turnovers. On the other side, Florida 11 points off the 12 Georgia turnovers, but then they turn it right back over.
Well, Dukes has really had a tough day today. Hadn't gotten in a rhythm, just has mainly been on the bench because she's gotten in foul trouble and gotten in foul trouble early, both halves.
Pressure in the backcourt. Not much time to get it over, just barely get it over, and then on the run are able to score it. Nice pass out ahead to Caldwell. And then a turnover from Florida. Boy, Florida had Georgia dead to rights in the backcourt, then the Bulldogs score, and then they get another turnover. Hugh Morrison goes off, grabbing her backside.
Yeah, I didn't see what happened.
They're going to put Jordan Isaacs into the game.
Yeah,
we don't know what happened, but we can tell by what she is doing where she is hurting.
She's uncomfortable.
Yes.
She's not feeling good.
Jenna Stady with a beautiful pass inside, though the miss.
Great rebound, great defense on Stady, and just missed a wide open layup.
Three-pointer. And Stady now with a double-double.
Georgia's in control. They're going to make sure they get good shots.
Stady feeling it from long range and hits another. Look at the smile.
Yeah, that's to me. Stady, I love it. You keep going. That's a good shot for her today.
You think she heard you say don't be shooting those outside shots, and now she's hit a couple of three-pointers just to make sure you saw that?
I think so. Her mama called her at halftime and said, girl, you just keep shooting threes.
She only had 3 3-pointers coming into this game, but Jenna Stady now has knocked down 2 today.
Well, and Duke was on her. That was solid defense, and she makes it, and she gets a little smile. She's loving it. She goes, I don't want to get banged up inside. I want to step outside and shoot the 3 like the guards.
She's got 28 points. You can see her stat line there. She's 12 of 20 overall. Has hit a couple of 3-pointers. She is the SEC's leading shot blocker. What a senior season for Jenna Stady. Really all these seniors for Georgia. The 4 seniors, Gabby Connolly, Maya Caldwell, Jenna Stady, and Q Morrison are the leading scorers on this team, and Caldwell and Stady with career nights tonight in their last regular season SEC game.
You know, you look at these seniors, and when they were freshmen, they took some hits, and they're freshmen. They're freshmen in the SEC. It's more physical. It's quicker than high school. They grew up. They learned the game. It got quick. It got solid for them. It wasn't as fast. And so they've really developed into a strong guard team, and Stady has really been a compliment to them as well.
At the free throw line is Gabby Connolly. She now has 8 points. Isaac's going to go off the court. Q Morrison, like she got her injury taken care of. Georgia, 89 points on the board. Just, they've really had a terrific fourth quarter here, outscoring Florida 22-11 here in the fourth.
Right, and Florida's got to score quick, and Georgia's got to take their time, use the clock, get a solid shot with the clock running down.
Stady thought about it again.
Yeah, she wanted it. She wanted it.
And a travel called on Caldwell.
Yeah. So now Caldwell's inside and Stady's at the three-point line.
The world is upside down.
It is upside, but you know what? It's working. It is working.
Under 2 minutes to go. Keeping an eye on that score over in Lexington as Morrison gets the block. Ole Miss is still leading Kentucky. If Georgia wins this game and Kentucky loses, that would put Georgia at least at the number 4 seed, and they wouldn't have to play until the quarterfinals. So they're taking care of business. As Caldwell continues to add to her points, 27 now, 11 of 15.
Well, both teams today have been impressive. I mean, Florida, they're building their resume, and they lose their just everything in Lavender Briggs, and they've stepped up, and they've got a great future. And they're going to they should go in the SEC tournament really hungry to prove what they can do. And Georgia, on the other hand, is going to make Stady their three-point scoring machine.
I think she had a foot on the line, but point well taken.
Yeah, but Georgia's they've got great momentum going into the SEC tournament after this game.
Yeah, Florida's lost now. If they go on to lose this 4 games in a row, but they've been scoring a lot of points, and that always helps when you're going into tournament play, being able to put the ball in the basket. Georgia overcame being down by 2 at halftime to extend this lead. And what was a tight game early, we had 7 ties and 12 lead changes through the middle of the third quarter, and then really, Holly, Georgia just put their foot on the gas.
Well, they did. It was back and forth, and then Georgia just wore down Florida. Florida just ran out of a little steam, and defending Georgia for 92 feet, 4 feet from inline to inline. Wow, that's just tough to do.
Well, coming up next, everybody's eyes on South Carolina, Texas A&M for the SEC title regular season. Looking forward to that one coming up next. As Emily Sullivan has had a nice game here. The grad transfer from North Carolina has come in and made some nice contributions on her senior day. Cam Neubauer very proud of the way the seniors have been such great leaders on this team. Very selfless, he called this senior class for Florida.
Yeah, well, he's got a great future ahead, and they are. It's tough. They've lost some close games, and it's hard to bounce back, but these seniors have really played well today.
So Georgia going to take care of business and get the victory here at Florida, 95-80. And they'll wait to see if Ole Miss